today I'm speaking to Ed Fordham, who is Lib Dem PPC for Hampstead and Kilburn. Hi Ed, how are you doing?
Not bad at all.
Good, good. I just wanted to start with how long you've actually been involved with the party and why you joined in the first place.
I first joined, I suppose, from when I was at school. I was 17. It was the 1987 election. So, 23 years now. And I joined and I voted for the merger in 1989. So, long time now. Yeah, no, long time ago now.
Yeah, and what were the reasons for you joining in the first place?
The candidate in the seat I lived in came to speak at my school, and she was really young and dynamic and quite ambitious, and she was a real motivation. Becky Bryan, I'm still in touch with her now, and she didn't win the election but did really well, and I just thought that David Steele was really good, really inspirational leader for me, and so I just thought actually it was really unfair that the Liberal SDP alliance had got so many votes and so few seats, so I thought I'd do something about it.
Yeah, I wondered how your campaign is going here in the seat.
It's a really exciting campaign. We've got a huge team here, and the seat is a new seat, part Sarah Tether's constituency, part Glenda Jackson's, and it's a full-on, serious target seat campaign. We have a leaflet a month at least. We write thousands and thousands of letters. I have hundreds of interactions every week with residents. So a full-on target seat campaign where we're out to win, we're out to talk to the voters, we're out to convert them and persuade them to vote Liberal Democrat. And the objective is to elect a Liberal Democrat MP to make their lives better.
And is this the first time that you've fought this seat?
No, it's the first time I've fought Sarah's bit.
Yeah. Because
Sarah's fought that up to now, obviously. And I stood in 2005 in Hampstead and Highgate. So I stood once before against Glenda Jackson.
So you've been, I suppose, working this seat for quite a few years then. I mean, I've recently read Paddy Ashton's autobiography, and I've been reading about how long it took him, 7 years of day after day pounding the streets in Yeovil. I mean, is that similar to the experience that you've had here?
It certainly rings true. I was, since 2005 when I fought the seat then, we haven't really had a day off. And I sort of joke that we're in year 6 of a 5-year plan because Gordon Brown has left it right to the end to have the election. So yeah, no, it feels like we've been doing the slog for a long time. But actually that's half the motivation. We've done so much work, we've spoken to so many residents who are desperate to have a local MP like Sarah, like the Lib Dem tradition, community politics. And that sort of drives us to carry on and try and make sure Labour lose at this election.
And I'm wondering what use you've made of email and social media and the internet in general. I did notice out on the board outside there's a few figures next to things like email, so it obviously is part of your campaign.
I think the electronic media stuff is really exciting because it's so direct. No matter the hour, no matter the time of day, no matter the moment, residents can contact me, whether it's through Twitter, Facebook, Bebo, email, all of the various internet levels. I've got a blog, we have a website. Residents can chuck their concern, their question direct to me, and the guarantee I try and give them is that I read it and I respond. It's not false, it's not fake. I think you can smell a response that isn't from the candidate, and so I take it quite seriously. I do it myself, and now having done that for 5 years, we have interactions with thousands of people who we wouldn't otherwise get to. And the interesting thing is you get to thousands of older people who are homebound but have internet access, you get to younger people who apparently aren't interested, and you get to people who, I joke that when you knock on their door, they're never at home. So for me, it's really important.
How did you get people's email addresses in the first place?
Oh, virtually all of them people have given us. They email me saying, what are your views on X, Y and Z? And you just sort of develop the database, and it's not a sort of sinister process. It's actually you talk to them and they trust you and you have a relationship. If you abuse it, you don't deserve to use it, and it's quite an important part of the process. And I'm very clear, I'm not emailing them to say vote for me. I'm emailing them to talk to them about a very specific issue, about something that interests them, and if they then vote for us, then that's great, but that's not the prerequisite.
Okay. How many people have you actually got involved in your campaign here?
I had quite a good conversation with Howard Dean when he was over here talking about numbers and volunteers. We reckon we've got nearly 300 volunteers now on the campaign already. And
when you say on the campaign, actively involved?
Actively campaign, coming into the office, delivering leaflets, making a donation. We have more and more people giving small donations. I'm absolutely using the Barack Obama model, small donations. We ask people for £4.74, 1 penny for every vote we have to overturn to beat Labour. And so the ambition is to have 500-600 people on this campaign by the time polling day comes. And on that basis, if more people join the campaign, more chance of winning.
Right. Just to broaden things out slightly, I noticed from your biography that you spent some time in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
I wondered how your experiences there have maybe informed your politics.
I was there for the general election of 2007, I think it was. There's a passion about politics in Sierra Leone that there isn't here. The third poorest country in the world, and politics really, really matters to them. And yet here we are, one of the most developed nations of the world, and apparently a level of apathy sort of unparalleled in the Western world. But I'm trying to bring that level of care and attention and passion back into our campaign. So the volunteer team really matter, looking after them, actually the whole sort of a sense of almost razzmatazz, t-shirts, badges, stickers on the streets, balloons, and making it fun. And I say to the volunteer team, if it's not fun, go home. And I picked that up in Sierra Leone.
Right. I also noticed that you were pretty big on playing chess when you were younger.
Yeah.
I wondered if that's something that you've kept up. And also, what's your biggest chess triumph, would you say?
I played for many, many years for Lincolnshire county team. The big thing, I suppose, for me was I had a primary school teacher who almost trained us to play chess. And we'd play back to back with the board between us, so that you had to imagine the board and play through your brain. The effect, I suppose, is it means that I have a strategic approach to everything. I try and think of the next move electorally and politically. So if I say, do you know what I mean, I'm in favour of this, what is my opponent going to say in response? And you try and make sure you're 1, 2, 3 moves ahead.
And do you still keep the chess up now?
Not enough, not enough. Interestingly, I went to a chess club about a year ago, and it's the first night I've had in years where actually all I could do was concentrate on what was in front of me. And actually it was really, really nice to sort of actually concentrate on something so hard and yet relax at the same time.
Okay. My final question is, if you win the election and you become the next MP,
yeah,
then a parliamentary convention suggests that in your maiden speech you're going to have to say some nice stuff about your predecessor.
Yeah.
So would you like now to just take the opportunity to say one thing nice about Glenda Jackson?
Oh no. I can say without doubt, Glenda is a household name. She's very well known and respected for the work she's done. And that's very simple. If you contact Glenda with an issue, with a problem, you get a service back. You know, no dispute about that. And what I'm offering isn't a criticism of her, it's just an alternative. And so I don't criticise the way she's been the MP at all. I'm just saying there's a different model and I'm putting that forward. So it's a sort of positive alternative. Glenda's offering Model A, I'm offering Model B.
Ed Fordham, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.